Hey everyone, this is Terry Scooter Wen and Alice Liang at OneUp, and we are going to look over the new war escape footage from Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. So here we are escaping from a temple, and right away you can see Elena in the right corner. That's like a sneak preview of what's going to happen like in a minute from now or so.
So you were telling me this is actually one of the first times that Nathan has seen Elena in the game?
I believe so, because up at this moment, Nathan has been working with Chloe to get this dagger, which we're going to touch on a little bit. And, you know, they got the dagger and actually on their way out to escape from Lazarevich, the main villain of the game. And Elena happens to also be in the area doing a documentary on him. And that is why she's here. So I don't think you actually run into Elena until, like, basically this point. Or, like, you might have heard that she's in the area, but this is, like, the first time I think you actually meet each other.
Alright, well, you see Nate's here taking out some dudes so she can get to Elena. This guy here, the second guy he shoots, his helmet flies off.
Yep, and that gets into like the different classes of enemies right now. There's basically light, medium, heavy, and ultra. The guy having a helmet, he's considered heavy, and that mostly affects melee combat. I'll touch on a little bit about that when we see more different types of enemies a little bit later. But so that helmet, popping the helmet off, is gameplay.
You can kind of look at Nate here. He's carrying some kind of new artifact on his belt there. It's like some kind of golden dagger. It's
a dagger that supposedly helps lead the way to Shambhala, aka Shangri-La, and is a valuable dagger for helping to find like where the city of Shangri-La is located. And also he's using the FAL, which is the same gun that you have in the multiplayer beta. And it wasn't in Uncharted 1. It was a really good assault rifle, better than the AK he had in the first game, and even probably better than M4 because it has pretty good range, a 3-shot burst, and it has a big healthy clip.
Alright, so now we come up on Elena and her cameraman Jeff here, and Jeff's been wounded.
Think you can stand? I think so.
You got a closer shot here of Nate's dagger.
At
his belt there. We got a good glimpse of Jeff's wound there, and actually looks really
PS3
awesome.
bullet wound technology at work. Exit and entrance.
A nice sucking bullet hole there. Nate's not wearing his usual white t-shirt here, or white shirt rather, and he's wearing like this dual layer thing, but he's actually pretty battered up. If you notice from the back shot, he has like a tear in his right elbow, and his gun holster's got a little bit of taping up there, so it's a little bit more rough and tumble treatment to Nate than we've seen in the first game.
Yeah, Evan Wells, Naughty Dog co-president, joked that we beat the crap out of Nate in this game. A lot. And what you're actually seeing is several gameplay systems at work. The traditional gunplay has moved away from run and duck and cover to a more mobile with limited shooting, similar to how the gameplay shifted from when we met the zombies, and the fact that you have only a pistol and can move slower, but you're also being helped by both Chloe and Elena at the same time. In fact, Elena's being helpful right now, because when you tell her to barricade the door, that is what she's actually doing right there. If you can see it past all the other debris.
We come up here on Chloe, and for whatever reason she decided to stand in the middle of the street, and then she gets shot at. Nate takes out these two guys here, but actually I feel like if I were playing it, I would blow up those
barrels.
Gas.
And boom! This dude totally bum rushes Chloe, and Nate takes him out, and she does her revenge shot, but we actually have a screenshot showing that Nate could have simply not done that, and Chloe would have killed the dude herself. So you don't have to worry about your allies like dying on you. They generally take care of themselves, and basically things that happen that make you fail the game are usually your fault, not the fault of the AI. Like, you don't have to worry about, oh crap, like she died and I have to like reload the game in general.
It's kind of interesting because I think that kind of shows a little bit of Chloe's personality, that even though the guy's down, she's shooting enough rounds into him anyway.
She's a mean treasure hunter. And to reflect on what I said a little bit earlier, so these two guys, one dude is in gray, one dude is in black, and that is indicating a light and medium class enemy, and it mostly affects melee combat. And that light guys, you can just basically spam the square and triangle button and you can take them out easily. Medium guys that are doing all black wearing the Pulp Fiction-esque gimp mask will actually counter attack you if you're not very good with your melee, and you have to counter his counter. there's heavy guys like the helmeted guy that we said earlier who, if you can't melee until you pop off their body armor, and there's ultra heavy guys where you can't melee at all. But there's now different enemy classes. You have to figure out different tactics to fight the different kinds of enemies now.
Pick up the pace. Come on, Jeff, you can make it. Come on, Nate.
You're gonna be okay, Jeff. You're gonna be okay. Stay with me. Holy shit!
Come on, this way. Open the gate.
Okay, now here's an interesting moment. Now look up, and there's a dude with a rocket popping out right up there, and what he's about to do is blow up the gate. We actually asked Naughty Dog, what if you saw that guy, you actually happen to plug him before he does it, and they simply said, you'll have to wait until you play the game yourself to find out. Which makes me think that there is a way to take him out beforehand, and you have to like get past the door differently.
Chloe, get out of there!
Hey, over here.
Cool explosion action there. Although yet again, like neither Chloe nor Elena bit the dust being so close to the explosion.
There's lots of rocks and things to absorb the blow.
You gotta be joking.
Some cool visual effects, you know, when the bullets hit the wooden beam there. I mean, it's nothing especially new, but I just think it looks really awesome to see the bullet divots.
Well, there's a lot of little effects like that, like the fact that the way he constantly is hoisting Jeff is like little animations that they took the time to model, that they're not like awesome by themselves, but when they all add up to make just the game look and feel a lot better and more immersive.
I just like the dust falling down, stuff like that.
So pay attention. There's a big hole in the wall. In fact, it's so important she looks out of the hole. That is a clue to what might happen next.
I think this scene is really interesting because it shows the dynamic, the difference between Elena and Chloe and their personalities, whereas Chloe is just more about self-preservation, you know, getting her own stuff done, and she's willing to just leave Jeff behind to if it, you know, meets her own means, whereas Elena is more, you know, altruistic in that she wants to make sure that he's okay and it's more than her own safety.
Yeah, Amy had a comment that she didn't want just a simple angel versus devil dynamic, but more of a self-preservation versus altruism thing going on that you exactly just mentioned. And spoiler warning, something big is about to happen, kind of.
And of course, nothing
And
would
look
be
at the awesome
complete
expression on his face.
without a cliffhanger. So with that, you've been watching One Up's analysis of a war escape for Uncharted 2. See you later.